Welcome to day 239. Again, it's 20 past 1. Unfortunately, I've had to be out of the area for a bit just to try and deal with something, so I didn't really get around to filming this morning, and I've not really done anything today, so apologies yet again for my laziness. Electrician on site, obviously putting in lights, etc. So we've had the pendulums put in. Got 6 pendulums going along there. We've got the guys inside just touching up. We've gone around and just snagged a few areas with little pink elements. More filling, more sanding, more painting. So that's got to be done. Chandeliers have been put in, but we need to look at the height of those. Obviously we've got 12-foot ceilings. How far do we actually hang the chandeliers? As you can see, 12-foot ceilings. They're going to be 2 big chandeliers. I think they probably need to go up at least another foot, maybe 2. Let me know your thoughts on that, if anyone's got any stats to prove what you should and shouldn't do. The overhang out here has been sanded, painted, and another bit of sand, another bit of fill. So that's going to be finished off today. And then we've got to get up there and do the other one. The filling has been started, so we need to get that finished off. And the electricians are cutting in the lights, well, have cut in the lights, should I say. Not will be, they have. So that needs to be done as well. Our man never turned up with the front door, so that's something that needs to be chased. Upstairs has been kangoed in, as you can see by the rubble on the floor, for the actual bit here. So this has been framed up properly. This is going to be boxed in. We need to cut the stills off at the end. We're going to do a concrete roof over here, so it's just a concrete overhang for now with a concrete driveway. Yeah, so the BRC is now waiting for concrete tomorrow. Tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to start getting that poured around about sort of mid-morning, late morning. We are waiting for the garage door track man to provide that. He's got a few issues, so we're hoping to get that in so we can start installing that soon. What else we need to do? Obviously, the guys are working in here as we go, so obviously this keeps on filling up each day. More to be done. I was hoping to see that out today and that going in, but that's not been done, but it has given the guys time to wipe more to the front part that they didn't get around to doing yesterday, so I'll quickly show you what I mean. The guys have actually started white mortaring the front. So they started, they've done it. So that's now white mortared. So that's all good. So that means we'll have a nice flush finish from grey here and then into white here. All I need to do now is sort of tidy up the ends at the top. Probably all around, in fairness, we've got a few jagged edges all the way around, so we need to get that done. And then colour-wise, tell me what you think, guys. I think I showed you guys yesterday anyway, but we've got some greys on the wall, so we're going to be painting the bottom half of the house in a grey, and we're going to be painting the front guard wall in a grey as well. We've gone a very light grey for the front wall, and I'm thinking about, obviously, do I go for something a little bit darker on the bottom of the house, or do I keep it in a light grey? My gut feel at the moment is light grey. Something like this damp proofing we've had put on, something very, very similar, but we need to obviously get that done. And I think we'll keep it the same colour on the front wall. I was going to go for 2 different colours, but I think it'd be better to paint it all the same. So anyway, yeah, that has given us a good opportunity to get the front mortared like we said we were going to do yesterday. So it still needs to be polished in a bit better than that, I think. But I think that's a board anyway, I would have thought. So fingers crossed they'll get that polished in properly. And then we can look at what we're going to do in here. We're going to paint this, and we're going to try and plastic it. Some ideas would be good. Anyone's got any thoughts, let me know in the comments below. Got a little bit of leakage coming through here, so I assume that means the plumber's been doing something in there. I don't know what that is. Let's have a quick look. To a certain extent, they're ready to plaster the ceiling in here, if they haven't already. No, they haven't, yeah. So the plumber's been doing something, flooding the place out by the looks of it. That's what he's been doing. So need to get that sorted out. Looks like he's obviously got the... can't feel it. It looks like there's some taps on these actually connected to the water taps here and here. So that's ready to go with water. So we need to get the plaster taken all the way around the ceiling here. Then we're going to plasterboard the ceiling, get the electrics into it. I'm not too sure whether they never finish that. Yeah, and we can crack on with that. Guys are sanding down, as you can hear, which I hate. That means there's going to be dust. Let's have a quick look around here. What else is done? Still trying to get the boiler working properly as well. Last night we had a very little hot water again and hardly any pressure. Oh, they're mortaring up here as well. So the white mortaring here and the white mortaring here, just finishing that side off. We also need to get some black mortar in here as well, a little slope to make sure that whatever rain comes down here falls away. So yeah, that's all looking all right. Not too sure we've got white mortar there. Carpenters are doing something, not too sure what that is. Looks like they're maybe making the outside ply sheets a bit prettier. That one's certainly better than those, that's for sure. These LED lights I put in yesterday, they work really well as well, by the way. If anybody wants a good outside cheap light solution, these at Carter's, 29 beige in each. You just fit them anywhere, they're solar, and they sit on like an ambient light, so you can see what's going on, and when someone walks past them, they come on really bright. So you just literally fix them and leave them to it. So I'm even thinking about, where the electricians are concerned, running some of the electrics out here. I'm even thinking about not doing that. You know, the shower wall, for instance, you know, maybe fixing something down here for the steps, put one on here so that when people walk up or walk down, it just literally kicks on. So an ambient light to see where you're going, and as soon as you come along, it comes on bright. They work really well. The electricians also, I say, they've actually fitted the lights along here now. I could do with them being taken out, because obviously we need to be filling and sanding now. So I need to speak to the guys about doing that. This power fixed here, that's got to be sorted, but I think they were talking about doing something on the outside. Oh, they haven't as yet. So we had this one here fitted and tested it, and it works really well, but it's metal. So we decided to go for something a little bit thinner and rounder in grey in plastic. So there's going to be 5 along there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. It just helps have a little bit of ambient light from the beach to see the house. Other than that, this is at its first sand down and paint. So it looks a lot better. So we need to get, that's got some sanding to be done, so that needs to be finished off. But other than that, that looks a lot better. We now need to do the same up here. So the guys, obviously, where the scaffolding is concerned, started doing that. So we now need to literally just give that a quick sand, get that painted as well, and do that all the way along. So we need that all the way along. 80 bloody feet, believe it or not. Again, I want the masons to just tidy up the edges. They're all very jagged edges, which means they've got to do the return. So I need that done as well. And in an ideal world, I need these bloody windows delivered. We've been chasing it for ages. So we need to get that done sooner rather than later. Other than that, the trap we put in seemed to have worked the other day. However, it's been pushed up. So we just need to make sure that's fixed in properly to ensure no water leaks down behind it. But yeah, that really did work well the other day with the water that collected on the side. Other than that, it looks like they're having a bit of a general tidy up. We'll certainly make a mess there, that's for sure. So that all needs to go. Need to get that gone today. Still got to get these 2 extensions on the septic tank as well. Other than that, that looks like what's been going on since I've been gone. So quite a bit of work done. Still a good 3 hours of the day left as well. So I think they've been chasing into the wall up here. Obviously where the concrete will have to bed into the house. The formwork obviously on the front is up, the side's got to be done, steel's got to be cut back. Yeah, and then I'm assuming they'll pour that and then we'll take that down and we'll plaster up to the end. And then we're pretty much done when it comes down to the garage. And we'll think about what we're going to do in the garage a bit later on. I've also had some skirting delivered, so I bought a PVC sheet. Had it cut down into sizes. I'm going to give this a go. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'll put it on the wall and see what it looks like. It's obviously white. The edges are a bit rougher than normal, but obviously I'll get that pot and see what it looks like. It certainly helps me put something on that's not going to end up being eaten by termites, and saves me having to paint it as well. So I'll get that on and see what it looks like. I've ordered it in a 12mm and a 15mm to see whether which one of the 2 looks better on the wall. So I'll get that on later and I'll give you a film and tell you and show you what it looks like. But yeah, 6 inches as well, so I'll test that. Fingers crossed that'll be our solution. But anyway, apart from that, I'll check in the next hour or 2 and give you an update on what else has happened. So the door has arrived. It obviously isn't going to be installed today, but the door is coming. Door frame has just gone into the hallway. And the door is now being picked up by a lot of men and carried around. So. Okay, so 5:30. Just a quick recap now everyone's gone. A little bit of tidying up going on. As we know, we put the pendulums in, which is good. We've actually put 2 door frames beading in, which is good. That's got to be filled and sanded now. Ooh. We've got to board this up tomorrow. That's one thing I've definitely got to do. In here's had fill. sand and paint, so a snagging element. And the door frames have been done as well because the returns on those weren't very good. So they've been filled again, and then tomorrow they'll be sanded and painted. Outside, the guys have sanded the overhang and painted the overhang, so let me just show you that. I say overhang, immediate overhang for the doors. So this bit here has been sanded down and been painted. So all we've got to do now is think about what to do in here. We're either going to put a little L-shaped bead in there, or we're going to fill it with silicone and let it go off and then try and finish it off. So both sides have been done. The return on here has been done as well. As you can see, there's a slight difference in colour, but it takes a while to bed in, so fingers crossed that will bed in well. Up here, the scaffolding was an issue today because of the front, but the guys managed to get the first coat of plaster on there. So tomorrow's aim is to physically get that right across, but all the lights have been cut in at the same time. The conduits have been trimmed back, but they've not been trimmed right in. So we need to get those trimmed in tomorrow and try and get those filled. But out here, the drainage in the floor has been done. The drainage and the T-junctions into the corner have been done, although we are looking a little bit messy here. We need to get that jet washed or cleaned. The conduits that aren't needed have been done, but we've still got these ugly things hanging down, but I don't think there's anything we can do about that at the moment. That's been filled. Obviously, we won't fill around here. We'll probably caulk around here. We'll probably leave, but the rest of it will be filled and sanded all the way through, and we'll get that painted tomorrow as well. I've asked the guys to try and think about what we're going to do on here because it's very messy at the top. They need to finish the tops off. They need to get the door jambs and window jambs done, and then we can box it up properly and get that left for now. The driveway is ready for tomorrow's pour. We're not too sure when that's going to take place at the moment, but I'm going to do some chasing in a minute. Fingers crossed we can try and get that done early. But the rumour is at the moment that that's going to land up taking place midday. So midday is always an issue because you always land up being up against it. But all the conduits in, the smocks are in, the floor is ready as it can be. These starter bars have been put in, which I didn't really want. So I'll have to talk about that in the morning. Conduit for power out here has been done as well. As I said earlier on, sorry about the wind, the door's been delivered, so that's going in tomorrow as well. So tomorrow's going to be a busy day. We've had the front mortared, as you can see, so that's been done. The side return is going to be done in a white trial plastic, so we're going to get that done, above here done and around here done as well. And then it's going to be a case of taking the mud back, painting it, levelling off, doing the same down here, and getting the driveway done tomorrow. And once we've actually painted the guard wall, we're going to have a break. That's the aim. Nice of the guys to be leaving me presents on the driveway for the car. Always nice of them to bear us in mind. So yeah, tomorrow's pour. I don't know how that's going to go. Fingers crossed it'll go well. We actually had another nail. Thanks guys, much appreciated. We had the plumbing put in here just in case we ever want to turn this into a garage and have a sink here. So there's a sink and returns been put in here. That's all in the floor. These have been put in case we ever want to sink there as well. So we'll probably box those in whilst we're not actually having a garage. So we can see what that is. And the man with the concrete's turned up now. So let's have a chat with him.